This is Dr. R.O. Blokanna Reddy, Department of CSE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College, Dundigal, Hyderabad. Now we'll discuss the Linux programming. Under that we'll see Linux utilities. In that Linux utilities, these are the network utilities, process utilities, text utilities. We have a different utilities. Now, as a part of Linux utilities, we'll see one by one discuss. First, we'll see the process utilities. In that process utilities, first command, it's supporting to in the process utilities, it has supported to the different commands. We'll see the first command as PS, is a process status. It's display the process attributes like PID, process ID, TT, TTY, process time, and the command mode. Which command we have used. So, for example, in the process ID, in our example, take as 1078 is the process ID, and TTY, teletyping, is an PTS by 2, and then time, so time, it's a mention, it's a display the time, and then which command mode we have to practice, like shell, C#, C, bash, like it's a different commands in a Linux systems. So just simply overview of this process. Process represents a snapshot of the process time. So which process is maintained presently and which process is going. Everything it's a snapshot, like a picture of our process information. So it's PS is a one utility, is a process status which displays like this PID, TTY, time, and which command mode you have executed. In this PS with a options, minus Y option. So here minus Y option, display full listing that includes the PPID, process IDs, and with minus U option. So this display the user ID, display the process owned by the user. So display the process owned by the user ID. And see minus option, minus E option, which display the system processes. What are the system processes presently are running here? So these are all the three options. First one is a minus F. This is a listing that includes the PPID, process IDs. And minus U option display the process owned by the user ID. Minus E option that display the system processes. Presently, what system is going on, what system is waiting for a process. So everything is maintained that with a minus. We'll see minus C options. These are different options. And C is the who. So in that as a part of Linux utilities, we'll see the who. Who means is a one of the Linux commands. We'll see the know the users. I want to know the specific users. Who is the users? So I want to know that. Just use the who. So it's a display the users currently logged in the systems. So how many people are logged presently in the system? So the who commands that will display the know the users. Just I want to know the users. Just simply type the command as a who, WHO. Just who am I? Other command. This it's who am I? So show the owner of this account. Who is the owner? Who am I? So show you the owner of this account. Who is the owner of this account? And then W. So W is tell who is logging in and doing what. I want to know that who is logging in and do what. So simply press W call. Next command is fingers. So display the information about the users. Just I want to know the display the information about users. Just use the finger command. So finger user. See here use the finger user. So find out the personal information of a user. So I want to know the personal information of user. Just finger is a command and then give the space. After that write the user a specific username. Then find out the personal information of a user. It's find out the personal information. And I want to know the name. So finger is a command and then give the name. Try to find the person's information by username. So through a name, we can find out the person information. First one is through an users, we can personal information. We want to know the personal information of users. Then finger, username, user. Second one, finger with a names. Try to find the person's information by user name. And third one, finger with I want to know email through an networking. Try to find the person information across the network. I want to know the information regarding the network information, the person's information across the network. So use that finger and email address. So these are all the different commands supported to fingers. Finger with the user, find out the personal information of a user. Finger with a name, try to find out the personal information by user name, and finger email addresses. Try to find the person information across the network. So these are all the three different commands which supported to fingers. Finger with a user, finger with name, and finger with a email addresses. See the next, disk utilities. I want see the disk utilities. Then first I want to know the what is the usage of a disk. Currently, presently I am using a one personal computer. How much of space I am using on that? So simply I am use du command. So this command supported to disk usage. How much of space you are using now? How much space has still is on free now. So now du estimate the free space usage on the disk. So it produces a list containing the usage of each subdirectory of its argument, and finally produces summary. It's summary of so and so. What is the content presently available? That how much of space is required? Everything which displayed as overview of our disk. It's a one command. Like this is given like this: du home user. So in our Linux environment, everything it should be specified to forward slash, which indication to directories. So du is a disk usage slash home slash user one. So under home, user one is a one subdirectory. How much of space that presently having on disk. So which display the how much space disk usage, how much of space is using in our disk. Is the first disk usage. And second thing is the df. Display the amount of free space. First one is disk usage, and this one is a display the amount of free space available on the disk. So how much of free space is available still after storing our files. Then the output display for each file's system separately. So now simply use df /df. How much of free space is available in our disk. Display the amount of free space available on the disk. Next one, see here, mount. So mount used to mount the file systems. So here takes the two arguments here. First one is a device name, and second one is a mount point. So device name and the mount point. See, I want the mount option with see the different options to here. Mount on file systems. Linux in a Oracle /Oracle directory and Linux system use mount /t ext2 device HDA3 and Oracle. So this is a mounting the Oracle directories. And the second one is the CD-ROM. This one is connected to the CD-ROM minus the ISO 9660 device CD-ROM mount and CD-ROM connected to this device. And then next one is a MS-DOS. Like it is a floppy. Floppy is an olden days. Now like connecting a different devices by using a mount command. So it's a mount is a one option. Then it's two. It has to maintain the two arguments. It's maintain two arguments. First one is a device name and second one is a mount point. See, unmounting a file systems. Now once we have a mount, I want to unmount a specific file. If file is already open, the unmount command is not works. So simply it's write as a umount. So it's name as umount. Unmounting the command. So unmounting the file systems, which requires either file system name or the mount point as a argument. So here write the umount Oracle. So like Oracle umount. Umount means if Oracle file is open, it's not works. So close all files before using unmount command. We have to close all files, then started to unmount. Use the unmount command. Like second one, device and then HDMI 3. So now we can HDMI 3 connector. We have to unmount it. Just simply use umount. Umount is the one disconnecting the device name as HDMI 3. So the device has to be umount. Is the another command ulimit. So it's a user limit. In this process, we have to we have to set a limit. Now, for example, here u limit of 10. 10 in sense, you can also set the u limit value by value u limit. So user limit. U limit means it's a user limit. So it contains value which signifies the largest file that can be created by the user in the file systems. So when used by itself, it displays the current settings. U limit unlimited. So u limit unlimited means you can use unlimited space, but unlimited user limit. U limit, user limit as unlimited, and I can set a so and so limit. For example, I want to set a 10 limits of users. Users can also set the limit value by using u limit command and then give the number. So it contains it signifies the largest file that can be created by the user in the file system. Unmask. So in this, unmask is one of the Linux utilities. Unmask instance, initially we create a file or directory which have some default settings, default permissions, as in default permissions that are assigned to them depending on the system default settings. Initially, whatever you have defined, that we have to assign the default settings. So in this unmasking, now we can remove the permissions now by subtracting the user mask from it to remove one or more permissions. I want to remove the one or more permission from the default. I want to remove more permissions. Just use unmask. So unmasking of 022. So it's by umask. Umask means it's an unmasking without argument. Just umask 022. So which has to remove some permissions. It has to remove some permissions. But defaultly which have some default permissions. Defaultly which have assigned some permissions. I want to remove so and so permissions. Now use unmasking command. So this command which have removed some permissions. Remove some permissions. It's one of the network. Now see network utilities. Under the network utilities, file transfer protocols. In our environment, we'll see day-to-day life, we can transfer the more files on networking. We can move from just like take as email. We can transfer a number of Word files. We can transfer one place to the other place. So it's a file transferring is the one of the very important in our day-to-day life. So that's the reason we have to see network utilities. First, we'll see the file transferring protocols. In the file transferring protocols, it has to transferring a file, transferring the files. So FTP is file transfer protocol. This is used to transfer files. It can be used with host name. It's use the host name. So FTP Satran is a host name. We can transfer files to. First, it should be connected to Satran host. Then we have to then it's asked to username and password. Just username is given as Henry and password is a so-and-so secret. Just once we have to connect that, then start to transferring our files. Now start to transferring of our files. So it's one of the command is a FTP. FTP after given that followed by FTP followed by host name. So through a host name we can connect it to that specific host. Later we can transfer it. So one by one we can transfer the file from our source to the destinations. Now once completion of our transferring is over, then simply the process has to be quit now. So FTP and then close it. So it simply display that 221. It's a terminal name. It's a username. Like we think that it's a username, and then it say that display as good. Or other way you can type as buy also. A quit or close or buy. So the file transferring is stopped. So transferring of files in two ways. Files can be of two types. What is the first one is the uploading and second one is downloading. So for uploading point of view, we see the two commands. First command is put and second command is a yum. So put means it's a put command. It's in upload our web pages, graphics files to websites. We can upload our web pages and graphics files to website. Thus put command send a single file to the remote missions. It's a simply send passive single mission, single file to the remote mission. It's a put command send a single file to the remote mission. And then Second one is a input. Input means copy multiple files, use input command. For example, here input T star, the name start with a T, dot SQL. All SQL files start with a name T. Multiple files you can transfer to remote machines. First one is a put. It's a command. Just a single file. It's a option to sending only. It's a transferring only. We can transfer. Uploading a single file. That is a put command. Now I want to transfer a more files. I want to choose input. Input means multiple files. Use input command. So in that command T start dot SQL. So name started with a T and the extension should have a SQL. All SQL file name started with a T. All files should be transferred with from source to the destinations. So remote mission from source mission to the remote missions is a option we have seen put and input. So it's a uploading for our files to be uploaded in a networking file transferring. I want to upload a files. Just a single file, use a put command. I want to a m file, n number of files. Just use the input. Input and is a input name started name star is indication to n number of files started with a T dot SQL. Extension should be in SQL. So these all files should be transferring from our mission from our source to the remote missions. Is a way. And second thing is the downloading. First one is a uploading a file. Now I want to downloading a files. Now use the commands as get and mget. So get means it's a download. I want a single file now. Use a get command. I want to mget. Mget means it's downloading the n number of files. Here get a single file like is-1r.gz. So it's a one single file. I can get it now. So just like our mget. Mget means m number of files I want to get it from the destination missions. Then use the mget command. We can download the n number of files at a time. Is there two commands supported for downloading a files and downloading a files. So first in this network utilities, first you'll see a transfer network utilities. For networking in the sense we can transferring a file from one place to the other place. For that one we can see the FTP. FTP is one of the command which supported to transferring a file. Transferring a file from one place to moving a file one place to the other place. So for this reason, first we should be connected the host mission is the first criteria. First, once the it's connected to the host name, the FTP given the FTP space and host name. It's connected. Then it asks the name, username and password. So this credential are correct. Then it is connected to our host mission. So once connected, now we are transferring a file. Either transferring in the sense we can uploading or downloading. These are all the two types. Now I want to uploading. Then use the commands as put and input. So a single file I want to upload. Just use a put command. I want to upload a more number of files like T star name start with a T dot extension with a SQL. So I want to upload a more file with the started name with a T. Then use input T star dot SQL is a option. Second thing is the downloading a files. Then get and mget. I want to download a one file, use the get command. I want to downloading a more files, use a mget command. Telnet. It's a telnet. First one is a FTP and second one is a telnet. Telnet, it's a remote login. I want to log in with the remote systems. So this telnet, if you have an account on the host in a local network, you can use with the host name or IP address as a argument. We can connect it with a remote login. So through your username host name or IP addresses. So through this we can connect it with a remote systems. We connected with the remote systems. Once to connect it, we can transferring files is easy, or we can see the more operations on it. So now once it's a telnet is a connecting have an account with the host in a local network. You can use this with the host name or a IP address as a argument. See here, telnet and Satran. Satran is a host name. Are trying to connect it with a so-and-so IP addresses. A particular remote system we have to log. So telnet is one of the command. We have connected with a remote login system. So now login password. We can now I want to quit with a telnet using quit command or exit command. simply we have to quit from that telnet, from that exit, from the exit from the telnet command. Or telnet open in sense it's a through an we can IP addresses through argument as the IP address or host name. So previously I'm given as a Satran is a host name. So this Satran having a so-and-so IP addresses, it's trying to connect that so-and-so IP addresses. It's connected, then show the status. So telnet remote login. The second one, after that connected, it's asking login and password. Once I want to quit with the telnet, quit or exit, then use the command as quit or exit. Telnet with a open with a argument as a IP addresses, then telnet open so-and-so IP address 192.168.0.8. It's a IP addresses. Through this one also we can connected our remote login systems. So connected with a remote login. So these are all the two ways the telnet instance it's a connecting the remote login systems. So rlogin is another command. Is a remote login without a password. I want to connecting a system without a password. Just use rlogin. Rlogin is it's a Berkeley implementation. Is the scientist name. Is finding the rlogin without a password. You can connect our remote login systems. But previous one it's through two arguments. First argument is a host name and second argument as a IP addresses. Through that one we have to connect our remote system. But rlogin is it's one of the command we have to connected our remote login system without a password. That is the important thing. So is a rlogin is a implementation of Berkeley is the scientist name. He has to implement the rlogin. Now you can log on to our own identical remote account without using either the username or password. So it is the important thing. Now is the syntax as rlogin Jupyter last. Just simply rlogin is a Jupyter and then with our identical remote account. Then login that it's a terminated. I want to terminate it with a remote login systems or login system. Use Control D, exit or log out. So these are all the three options which are supported to log out of our rlogin. Through is then rlogin is one of the option we have to connect it with remote login without a password. That is the main intention. So it's this motivation, this work implementation with the Berkeley is a scientist. He has to implement this rlogin commands. So without a password we can connect it our systems like rlogin Jupyter and then with a keyword you can log on to our own identical remote account without using either username or password. So now I want once connected, I want to log out. Use the options as Control D or exit, or we can use the logout option. Now up to that point it's a network utilities. Then see the text processing utilities. Next it's also under the utilities we'll discuss the text purely on text. I want to process on a text. Then we use these commands. First one is a cat is one of the important commands. Cat is used to create the files. It's do the many works. Like first one see it's a creating a files. How to create a files? Here see cat greater than symbol and then file name. Now type some text here. Press Control. So this content will be saved into the so-and-so file. File name should be like IRE. So in that IRE it's created a file and then whatever you type a content, that content will saved onto that. After completion of our text typing, then press Control D. It's quit from that. Then you can also use to display the content of a file. Cat is also supported to display our file. Like once I created as a IRE, then next created cat and then file name like a cat IRE. What I am typing, what I am created previously IRE with their content. That same content will be I want to see that IRE content. Now see cat IRE. IRE is a file. Now we can see the content of that file. So cat is which supported to creating a file. I can see what is the file content. So it's see the content used to display the content of a file. Just simply the syntax is right $. Then it's a cat. Cat means it's in command cat and give the file name. I want to concatenate the two files. using a cat. Like here, concatenated the two files and sort them in third. Just simply use cat file1, file2. These two files are concatenated into third file, that is a new file, like file name 3. So these two files are concatenated, and then that content, both content are saved into new file. So cat is also supported to create a file, display the content of a file, and then concatenation of a file, and then append the content of two files into another file. Use append the content. So appending a content, concatenate, as well as the appending a content, like use file1, file2, that content is appending the new file. So these are all the actions which support which are supported. These are all supported to the cat command. Now next command is a tail. So tail display the, it's a tail is a one of the Linux utility text processing utilities, Linux text processing utilities. Then display the, it's a display the end of the file. Display the end of the file. I want to see the what is the last content end of the, I want to see the last 3 lines of our file. Then simply write tail -3 and then file name, or tail -n with 3 file name. To display last 3 lines, use these commands. First, initially see what is the tail. Tail means last lines, right? Tail last 10 lines default. Tail file name. So I want see the last 10 lines of our file. Then use $tail. Tail is a command. Then file name. File name may be like CSC. Tail CSC. CSC having a 20 lines. Out of that, last 10 lines are displayed here. Now I want to just instead of that, instead of 10 lines, default 10 lines, I want to see only 3 lines. Then here use the option as tail -n 3 and file name, or tail -3 file name. So these are all the supporting to, I want just see the last lines, end lines of our files. Tail is which supported to end of our lines, end of our file lines. Head, it's a head is nothing but I want to see the top of the lines of our file, top of the line. So now we use the head command. Just simply is a head file name. It's a default display. It display the first 10 lines of the file. So it's a default head file name. So which is default display the 10 lines of our first starting 10 lines of our file. Now instead of that one, just use -n options. Line count, it's a -n. So line count and display. So I want display starting only 3 lines. Then use -n option, head -n 3 file name, or -3 directly without a n option, defaultly which has take that. Then head -3 file name. So which display the starting 3 lines of our file. So tail command, which I want know the last 3 lines of our, file. Then use the tail command. Just tail -n is the option, it's a line count. So -n 3 file name, or directly we given to tail -3 file name. So which display the last 3 lines of our code. For example, I want the file which have the 100 lines. Out of that, I want to know the 20 lines, last 20 lines. Just simply given the tail -20 file name. So which display the last 20 lines of our file. So head is another command which has I want to know the top of the file lines. Just simply head file name. It display the starting 10 lines of our file. But I want to know the starting 30 lines out of 200 lines of our file. Just I want to know the only 30 lines of our file. Just simply given that head -30 file name, or given -8 with a -n option, head -n 30 file name. So these are all the supporting commands to our text processing utilities, head and tail. Head is nothing but it's a display the last lines of our file. Tail is supported to display the last lines of our file lines. and head is a one of the command which supported to top lines in our file. Top lines of our file is another option. It's a sort. Sorting is a command. Now I want to sorting a file. Sorting the content of a file. So within a file, I want to sort it. So use sort command, sort list. So this command which has to uh, sorting start with the first character of each line. So it's in each line. Take each line and proceed to the next character only when the character in two lines are identical. If you have your two lines are the same, it further see the next character. It will see the next character. So otherwise it is matching with the first character only. For example, we have a 10 lines A, Z, C, D like that. So first character is a lines A, B, C, Z, C, X, and then C, A, B. Next D, E, F like this. So now take a first character A. So here same letter start with A. So now second letter is a Z. Now in these two sorting time, these two are checked. Both are having first character as A. It's next letter. See the next character. So first word as a first line as a B and last line as a Z. So now B is a starting letter compared to Z. So it's a now take this one as a sorting order. ABC first take as a ABC as a first word and then next take as a AJ. Like this, it's a comparisons two words. When compare if the starting letter as the same, it's go move to the next character. It's move the next character. It's also same. Then move the next character like this. So if you don't match in that, then it's in taking that which one is having a less like it's in less number of order instance. It's a B. So like Z and B. So B comes first. Then take as ABC as a first, and then next take as a AJ. Like this, it's sorted. So how to write this? Is a sorting. Remember here, sort can be used for sorting the content of a file. Sorting the content of a file. Now the syntax of this one sort and it's a sort list. Sort list instance, it's a name of the file. Within that file, it has to which has to be sorting the line. And then sort option with a sort with some specific option minus T option. Sort a file based on the fields. Based on the fields, we can sort. And then numeric sort. It's in minus n. This is on one option. I want to sorting a numeric elements. Then use the minus n option. To sort on number field, use with a minus n option. Minus n is a numeric or number sorting. Then sort minus T is a field. What's the minus T option? Is in option sort a file based on the fields. Is a sorting the file based on the fields. Based on the fields, we can sort it. So now take its second one, third one with minus n. It's a numeric. It's a file name as a group 1. Under the group 1 with the numeric values are sorted. Taking it minus T option is a taking group of fields. Now in that one, I want to remove the duplicate elements. So with the option use minus U. So minus U option page means it's a remove the duplicate elements from your file. These are the different options. With the first option is minus T. Minus T means it's in grouping. Option sort a file based on the fields. Taking a some fields, it has to sort. Minus T option numeric sort. Numeric sort means I want to sorting with the numbers. Then use minus n option. It's a group 1. Under the group 1 minus n. So under that one, it has to be sorting the elements. So I want to remove the duplicate elements. Use the option as minus U. So it's a remove the duplicate elements, duplicate lines from a file. NL. So NL is it's simply giving the numbering lines of a file. I want to numbering a line. For example, here first one is a 1, second one is a 2, third one is a 3, 4 like that. I want to give the numbering. So use the command as a NL. NL is numbering a lines of a file. So here NL given the file name. So automatically it has to be given the numbering. Numbering sense each line it's provided as a 1. Like first line as a 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. It has a assign a number. So with here observe here minus F option. So default delimiter. So here with a minus default delimiter, but we can change with minus f. Default delimiter. If you have a default delimiter, we can change it with minus f option. So nl minus s colon 5. So it's a nl uses a tab as a default delimiter, but we can change it with minus s option. If you nothing any no number of files in your files, we can't assign it. We can't assign any numbering on that specific files. If you have a file, then we can allocate the number. So starting one as 1, 2, 3 like that. So we can assign numbering with having lines in your file. Grep. So it's a grep is a one of the command which searches for a regular expression and print. So what is that? Here regular expression is a plus b. So now in that regular expression, it's searching for a regular expression and print. So it's taking the regular expressions. I want to find out our regular expressions. Then use a grep command. So grep scan a file for the occurrence of a pattern. Which pattern is matched. For example, IRE. So IRE, how many times it has repeated in a file. So this pattern, how many times which is repeated in file. So use a grep command, that is occurrence. Scan a file for the occurrence of a pattern and depending on the options used. So which have a different options. So first it's a grep command which has to take as a occurrence. Occurrence in sense how many times a specific pattern has to be occurred in a file. So now is a minus v option. So lines not contain the selected patterns. Minus v option. So minus n option, line number with pattern occurs. So how many number of lines? Number of line numbers where pattern occurs. Next minus c, number of lines containing the pattern. Line number where pattern occurred, that is a minus n option. Minus c option is a number of lines containing the pattern, like IRE. So IRE, how many times? Number of lines containing the pattern as a IRE. So that pattern will display with a minus c option. Minus n means line number where pattern occurs. In a line number where pattern has occurred, that is a minus n option. Minus v is a lines not contain the selected pattern. Except IRE, how many lines have they? So that is the option for minus v. So grep command, grep is it's a purely used for our regular expression, and then it's a print, or it's take as a repeated occurrence of a pattern. The pattern may anything like IRE, EC, CSC, like that. We can take any pattern. That pattern, how many times it has, which has repeated in a file. So we have different options. Minus v, this lines not containing the selected pattern. Minus n, lines number where pattern occurred. Minus c, number of lines containing the patterns. And file name where pattern occurred. With a file names, in a file names where pattern is occurred within a file name. Previous one within a file name, but now I want to see with a file names. With a file name, how many file name has contained same pattern, like file names where pattern occur, like using the minus L option, which supported to with file names as a pattern. So pattern has repeated in file names. File name as a pattern. So that is with a minus L option. And then this one, write grep option with the option minus v, minus n, minus c, pattern name like IRE, like that, and then given the file name. So this is the syntax for our grep command. So grep command purely occurrences of a pattern. So how many times the specific pattern has occurred. So we can see that with options. Okay. So egrep is a extended grep. Extended grep set include two things. First one is a plus and question. This is a special character having plus and question mark. Then which have the minus. It's in matches one or more occurrences of the previous characters. So it's taking matches one or more occurrences of the previous characters. Second one, question mark minus matches 0 or more. Previous one is a 1 or more occurrence of the previous character, but this one 0 or more occurrence of the previous character. Question mark minus. So these are all the important things with taking as a character wise character. So matches 1 or more character of the previous characters. Question mark minus matches 0 or more occurrences, 0 or more. Previous one 1 or more, but this one 0 or more. 0 is nothing but it's not matching. Sometimes our character are not existed in a file. So that case it takes question mark minus. So matches 0 or more occurrences of the previous character. F grip. So it's in fast grip. The extension of this one is a fast grip. If success criteria requires only sequence expressions, only sequence expressions. F grip is the best utility. So it's a criteria requires only sequence expressions. String patterns, no regular expressions. It's supported. F grip support only string patterns, no regular expressions. To extract all the lines that contain an apostrophe, use F grip as. So F grip as, use the file name as F grip on file name. So if such criteria requires only sequence expressions. So it's a sequence of expressions. Now see another command, another utility is a cut. Cut instance, it's a same thing. Cut, but slitting, SLITTI, slitting the file vertically. You can slice file vertically with a cut command. So we can cut a specific lines vertically. We want to cut it. Then cutting, I want to cut a specific column now. Use cutting columns like -C options. Cut with -C options. Cut the columns. So same thing. So now here, right here, cut is a one of the command. -C is a how many number of columns. Like it's a cutting column. How many columns? Like 1 to 4 in a group 1. So it's a group 1 is a file name. In that file name, which has to take from the 1 to 4 columns, which has to be cut. So it's a cut column from 1 to 4, cutting the fields. This is a one simple command, cut. Another one is a paste command. So pasting a file, whatever you cut, back to the paste. So whatever you cutting a file, or cutting a fields, same thing can be paste here. So paste back with the paste command. But which is use the, so see here, paste -D, then cal C first and result cal C dot first, result dot first. So in that one, join the two files, cal C and result. These are all the two files we can join with the join. Now I want to see the side by side. See, I want to see the files, whatever I'm taking the two files here, cal C and result. These two files pasting with the side by side. So you view two files side by side by pasting them. So use the option as -D equal to. So join and pasting. So you can view two files side by side by pasting them. So this is the option we provided, -D equal to. This is the option providing the paste command, pasting a specific fields in our file. Join. So I want to join the two files here. Use a join command. So it's a texting two files and the number of options. See here, I want to join the two files, file 1 and file 2. Use a command as join file 1 and file 2. This is the content. Two files are two sorted text files based on the presence of a common field. So it's a join the two files. T is a one of the utility. Is a break up its input into two components. It's a break up its into two components. One component is saved into a file, other one is a connected to the standard output. Is a T is a one of the command. It's a break up the input into two fields. First one is it's a saved. The content has to be saved in a file, and second one which has to be displayed in a standard output. So it is performed. See. So now I want to save the output of the file also. Then use the O command, T user.lst. So T is a command. It's a whatever we have watched and output that will save. So user can use TE to save the output of the O command in a file and display it as well. So T is a one of the command. It has to be break up the input into two components. First one is the save the file. One component is saved in a file. Other one is whatever you are connected. The same thing can be displayed in output device. And it does not perform any filtering option. Whatever you have taken input, same thing can be displayed in output. What give exactly? what it takes. So whatever you send it, same thing can be displayed in output. Don't this TE command don't be any filtering options. So it's a one of the command. It's a just it has to have the command break up its input into two fields. First one is a one component saved in a file, another one is a connected to the standard output. So now I want to save the final output. That file we write as who, then TE user.list communications. So other command is the communications. Now it's provided the communications of two people. If you have a list of two people, you are asked to find out names available in one and not in other, or even those in common in both. So sometimes it may rises these situations. Then we use the communications, the file name and file 1 and file 2. Display communication which has to display in 3-column format. Comparison. So comparing of two files is as a matching the criteria. If both are the matching, it display to nothing. Just it's simply the just a prompt, single dollar prompt. In case if it is not matching, then it will display that. So use this syntax as comparison group 1 and group 2. In this group, both are the same, both are the identical, displaying nothing. So if you have a different, that may display. So if it is the same, nothing to display, just simply prompt. Prompt in sense dollar prompt. So it's a display nothing. We understand that it's a files, both are the matching files. So it's a CMP is a one of the command which supported to comparing the two files. Is the both content are the same or not? It's a compared to byte by byte. One important thing is a compared byte by byte, and the location of the first mismatch is echoed to the screen using comparison. So it's comparing the two files byte by byte. If it is matching, just simply display to a dollar prompt. Is a difference converting one file to other. So difference is a one of the command. What is the difference of converting one file to the other? Thank you, Ananda.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.